Hello everyone, hope you are well on a Sunday morning. Looks like a pretty beautiful day out here where we live. Still a bit humid. It was really humid out there yesterday. I am ready for some fall weather. Today I'm going to talk about this BP refinery fire in Indiana and some other related energy problems. That's not the only thing that's going on as far as energy crisis in the world. So I will talk about that, and I will also have an uplifting verse towards the end of this video, so stay tuned. But first, I want to mention, I made a community post last night, and Mr. Beachwalker, a good commenter, he made a comment that said that the leader of France, Mr. Macron, a few days ago, he said that, and I think I saw this too, but he said that the abundance and good times, the days of abundance and good days, the good times are over. Well, really? I mean, way to uplift your citizenry. Not exactly the way to inspire your countrymen. But that's been a common thing here lately, right? And it's very common, especially in the Western world of nations with their leaders. And the next thought that I would have after that is that, you know, Mr. Macron and those like him, they better hope, they better have a good hiding place in case things go totally south. You know, if things go completely sideways and out of control, okay? History teaches us that they would not fare well at all. Now, he probably does have a place to go, you know, if things go crazy, but you better have a plan to get there fast. That's all I'm saying. I mean, history teaches us this, okay? Anyway, there was a fire at BP refinery plant in Indiana. The United States Department of Transportation declared a regional emergency yesterday for the surrounding states as well. So Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and Wisconsin. This is after a fire shut down the BP oil refinery. This was in Whiting, Indiana. I think I'm saying that right. I'm not sure as far as the pronunciation of the city, but this is the largest refinery in the Midwest. So this could have a big impact. Not sure yet. I mean, I've been researching it, but as far as yesterday, it's saying the pieces that I was reading yesterday was saying that so far the gas prices have not been impacted, but that doesn't mean it couldn't today. So if you're in these states, if you're in these areas, you know, if your gas tank is half empty or less, you might want to go ahead and fill that thing up. And if you have capacity to store a little bit, I would recommend doing that. They say the fire was in the powerhouse of the refinery, so it's difficult to tell from what I'm reading. It's difficult. There's not a lot of details, so difficult to tell how extensive the damage is. So like I said, you may want to go get gas now if you haven't already this weekend. Keep an eye on this. You know, this just goes to show you one fire in one refinery plant or one pipeline shutdown. We know what that can do as well. So let's keep an eye on this. There's also fuel issues, energy issues, and we know about Europe. They have an energy crisis, and we haven't even hit winter yet. So that's a big concern. But I was reading where in Poland, big time fuel issues. A lot of people in Poland are trying to stock up on heating fuel. Coal is big there still. And they know the winter's coming and this could be a problem. And I was reading yesterday where there are long lines forming in parts of Poland where people are trying to stock up on this. So there was a guy, they interviewed a guy, he said that people are sleeping in their cars for like 3 days that are in line to get this heating fuel. And he was one of them, and he said that things look really, they just look crazy right now. He said that, I remember, this guy was in his, I think it said he was in his late 50s, but he says, I remember the communist days here, but we could be in for something much worse. That's very telling. So energy crisis, definitely in a lot of parts of Europe. A lot of them, their energy costs are skyrocketing already. You know, and with this in Poland, I mean, I know people will say, well, dog, that's over there. That's across the pond, not here. But it could happen here. You know, we could be in the middle of this too. And with fall, winter coming up, you know, hard to say for sure. But we need to keep preparing for that as well, especially with where you live. I mean, I know we're in the South, we're in the deep South here. It can get cold here. But if you live, especially in parts of the Midwest, North, you know, really be prepared for a situation to where you don't have electricity, or at least times where at least you have rolling outages with electricity in the dead of winter. So please be thinking about that and preparing for that as well. I think we all need to, no matter where we're living. So what else? Energy crisis, yes, it can come here. Also, United States keeps draining, this is self-inflicted, well, our leaders keep draining the strategic oil reserves. I mean, millions of barrels of oil every day. And, you know, this could come back to really haunt us. I mean, this leaves us in a very vulnerable spot. And I think it's intentional the way it looks, but this could, you know, if we had a true national emergency, you know, WW3, even something less than that. I mean, we're draining a lot of our strategic oil supply. So, I mean, that's serious. So that's something to keep an eye on as well. I know, like most of us don't have a capacity to store long-term fuel, gasoline. But if you have any, you know, any way, even if it's 20 gallons, you know, 25 gallons, maybe it can get you through an emergency, get you to a bug out place. Maybe it could get you, you know, through a short-term issue as well. So just be thinking about that. Let's keep preparing overall, of course. All right. Good uplifting verse for this morning. This is from Joshua. Joshua chapter 1, verse 9 says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Amen. That is truth. That is truth. Plain and simple. Do not be afraid is a phrase that is often repeated throughout the Bible. And I think for a good reason. It's by design. It's because he knows we are human and that we will worry. We do. It's easier said than done to say, do not worry. I know I do. But I think we just need to keep this in mind and really just be conscious that we should not be so afraid. He is with us to the end. And in the end, of course, what? We win. We win. We will win. Okay? All right. Have a good rest of the Sunday or whatever day you're watching this video. Let's be safe out there. God bless you. I will see you soon.